Hello, welcome back for some more Super Mega Baseball 4 Season 2 action. Today we have game number 40. The Neon back on the road taking on the War Wagons. Neon 27-12. Still currently holding on to first place, but 4 games over the Spider Bears. But the War Wagons are 20-19 record. They're in second place in their division by, I think, 2 games, I believe. Let me double check it. So 2 games or 3 games? 2 games. Yeah, they're chasing lucky breaks by 2. But in the wild card stats, they are currently 3 games behind the Spider Bears. So War Wagons are still in the playoff chase. So they're looking to beat the Neon here to try to secure their division. Because right now it's not looking like they're going to get the wild card. But who knows what can happen still. We got 7 or 8 games left. What's it? 9 games for them. They got 9 left. 8 after this one. But either way, Neon will be sending Gray Smythe to the mound. It's got a 4-1 record with a 4.22 ERA. So been getting kind of roughed up a little bit lately. And War Wagons are going to have Vito Singleton up on the mound with a 1-1 record, 6.83 ERA, so he's not having a great season himself. So let's get to the game. This is matchup number 4 between these two teams. War Wagons currently hold the advantage in that series, 2 games to 1. But the score has been about even. Neon have scored 11, and War Wagons have scored 10. But that doesn't really reflect how close the series has been. As first season, the 2 games they did play, War Wagons outscored them 8-3, so not really that close between the two, but a little bit different this time around. So let's get to the lineups. Overly's going to come back out, and whereas Braz is going back at first. Herbelt is fine here. Phillips is getting a little tired again, so let's go ahead and take him back out. And Herbelt is good to go. Hogwash is actually juiced for this game. He didn't have a great game last game from what I remember, but he's ready for this one. So, alright, maybe that'll come into play and actually make a difference. So let's get to the game. So looking at the Neon side, Bird's got a little high morale. She had a good game last time out. As we just said, Hogwash is ready for this one as well. So we'll see what he can do. On War Wagon's side, Evans is the leadoff batter. He's got a little bit of fatigue or injury. So does their catcher. And there's center fielder Russo. He's pretty high on morale side as well. So here we are in New York, exchanging lineup cards. Nice clear day. Packed stadium with a lot of green out there. But that's not saying much because the War Wagons have green uniforms. So there's that. Barajas is going to be leading off for the Neon. Currently batting .350. Got 6 homers. 12 RBIs. He's had a decent year. He'd like to be more on the RBI side, but nobody seems to be on base when he bats. He's already on ahead, 2-0 on this one. There's a strike on the inside. Grounded to the right side. First baseman picks it up, throws to the pitcher. That's in time for out number 1. That'll bring up Chris Sloan. Center fielder batting .279 with 6 homers, 21 RBIs. He finally broke the 20 RBI mark last game with a home run. Sticks a pitch inside, ball 1. Pops this one foul behind the plate, but this is going to hit the screen. That's foul ball, strike 1. Lined in the left center. This is going to go to the wall. And he's on his way to second. He's going to be safe there with a double. So Neon looking to score early here. As Bird steps in. Playing right field, batting .390. 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. First pitch taken for a strike. Down low and away. Well, that's really down low and in, I should say. Gets away from the catcher. Sloan advances to third. And she gets all of this one. This is long gone. Home run, deep center for Bird. She crushes this one. That gives the Neon a lead, 2-0. 462 feet. Straight center field, her 9th home run of the year. She now leads the team in that category in RBIs 26-27. She also leads the team in that category as well. And here's Avenue stepping in. Back .374 with 8 homers and 23 RBIs. It's going to be a battle between her and Bird, who's going to be the team leader in the offensive categories. As this one's hit right back to the pitcher. Bounces off the glove, but he's able to recover it and toss it the first in time for the out. So that's 2 away. Now bring up Spencer Roach. Playing catcher today with 204 average. He's only driven in 2 with no homers. As he fouls first one back. And Vito's already in some trouble out here on the mound. This one gets high and in. And Roach hits one into the gap in left center. This is going to drop for a hit. And Roach is going to be safe at first with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Shipwreck. She's in left field, batting .248 with 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. Looking for some more insurance runs. As first pitch is down low, strike. And she lines up in the second. This one's caught. That's third out. But the Neon score 2, and here in the top of the first, they take an early lead, 2-0 going in the bottom of the first. Here's the second baseman, Elijah Evans, leading off. .329 average with 4 homers, 26 RBIs. That's pretty good numbers for a leadoff hitter. And the first pitch from Smythe. It's a fastball taken low and in, strike. Change up on the outside corner, misses. Fastball fouled off. Got a piece of that one early. Fouled it away. Fouled away again. Line to first. This is going to drop just inside the line and roll to the wall into the corner. And Evans is going to be safe with the leadoff double. So the War Wagons are looking to answer right back. As the center fielder Kaylee Russo comes in. Batting .308, 6 homers, 13 RBIs. And this was hit through the hole in the left side, into left. Shipwreck gets the ball back in, but that's going to put runners on the corners now with nobody out. And Smythe finds himself in some trouble. As the left fielder comes in, .220 average, well, .222 with 1 homer and 9 RBIs, but really powerful, dangerous hitter here. And first pitch is in there for a strike. Check swing, misses outside. Fastball swung at and missed. Strike 2. Swung at and missed. Chased the breaking ball outside. That's strike 3. So 1 away. That'll bring up the first baseman, Tupple French. .254 average. 13 home runs and 42 RBIs. I think he's the league leader in both of them categories. So definitely need to be careful here. And first pitch is fouled off. Hit up the middle. Past the diving Ricci into center. That's going to drive in a run. So the War Wagons do answer right back here in the bottom of the first with one of their own. It's now a 2-1 game with the runners at first and second. With only 1 away. Here is who's the shortstop? Yeah. Isla Velez up at the plate now. First pitch hit through the hole in the left side. Ricci lays out, stops it. But can't get the lead runner at second base. Well, it's not the lead runner, but the runner at second. And that's going to load him up. So Smythe's in some trouble. Bases loaded with 1 out. Now with the right fielder at the plate. There's Bull Vayman. He's got .289 average. Hasn't hit any homers. Only 4 RBIs, but he's getting prime opportunity here. As he fouls first pitch off. Shatters his bat. As it's hit on to third, out at second, over to first, not in time. That's 2 away, but the War Wagons score again. And it's now all tied up once again. There's Terry Lara, the catcher. He's got a .278 average with 1 homer and 9 RBIs. First pitch misses low and in. There's a ball. Hit into the gap in left center. This is going to drop and roll to the wall. It's going to drive in at least 2. He's going to be safe at second with a 2-run double, and the War Wagons now lead 4-2. That'll bring up the third baseman, Squishy Grubbs. No hits so far this season. Base hit here, could drive in another one. First pitch is on the outside corner for a ball. Strike, I should say. Swing and a miss. There's strike 2. Fouled it away. Fouled away again. Taken way outside. There's ball 1. Foul to the left. Out of play. Check swing, misses high. Caught the outside corner. That's strike 3. That ends the inning. They leave a runner on base, but after the Neon scored 2 in the top of the first, the War Wagons come right back with 4 of their own. They now lead 4-2 going into the second. And neither pitcher is having great luck at the moment. There's a shortstop, Ricky Ricci, batting .295. He's got 7 home runs, 22 RBIs. See if they can come back. He takes a strike on the outside. Hit into left. But this is going to be caught for out number 1. And here's Snack Hogwash playing third base today. .313 average. 6 home runs. And he's way out in front of this one. Strike 1. Way outside. He's not chasing that. Ball 1. Late on the fastball. Strike 2. High and in. Ball 2. Way inside. Ball 3. Fouls it to the right. Out of play. High. Taken for ball 4. And Hogwash is going to be safe at first with a walk. That'll bring up Gray Smythe, the pitcher. He's got a .269 average. He's only driven in 1. His morale's already down after that first inning. As he fouls first pitch off. Toss over. This gets away from the first baseman. It was way over his head into the crowd. So Hogwash is going to advance to second on that. So the second pitch comes in low. Ball 1. And Smythe pops this one up into center. That's going to be caught for out number 2. Hogwash has to hold it at second base. So back to the top of the order. Here's Barajas, who's 0 for 1. Just saying he needs to get some more RBIs. He's got an opportunity to drive one in here. And he fouls this one back. Ball 1 outside. Out in front of that one, fouled to the right. So it's 1-2. Hit into right, but this is going to be caught. And right fielder gloves it. That's out number 3. That ends the inning. Neon leave runner on base. They still trail by 2 as they go to the bottom of the second. And here's their pitcher, Vito Singleton. .111 average. Got 1 home run, though. 3 RBIs. First pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Change up low and in. Check swing, but that's in there. Strike 2. Fastball taken high. Ball 1. Breaking ball in the outside corner misses. Ball 2. Fastball in the outside corner. That's in there. Strike 3. So 1 away as they go back to the top of their order. Here's Evans, who led off the bottom of the first with a double. First pitch in there. Strike. Change up on the outside corner. That's strike 2. Fouled it off. Down in the dirt, chased it. Strike 3. And Roach has to toss to first to complete the out. So 2 away. That'll bring up Russo, who singled the first time up. Takes the fastball low. Strike 1. Change up, hit into left. Shipwreck is there, but over jumps the ball. Probably didn't need to jump at all. That bounces off the wall. And they're going to be safe at second with a double. So that was a middle mistake for a Shipwreck out and left. That'll bring up Rosales, who's 0 for 1. First pitch hit up the middle. Past the diving avenue into right center. That's going to drive in another run. That's going to be another double as well. So back-to-back doubles drives in another run. And the War Wagons pad the lead even further. It's now 5-2. That'll bring up Tupple French. League's leading home run and RBI leader. But he can't do anything here. He grounds this one up the middle. Avenue picks it up, throws the first in time for the out. That retires a side, but the War Wagons tack on another run. It's now 5-2 as we go to the top of the third. And here's Sloan. He doubled his first time. And first pitch, taken high, ball 1. Fouls this one back. Out in front of that one, strike 2. Taken high, ball 2. Outside, ball 3, full count. Swing and a miss. He chased the bad pitch. Strike 3. Tried to check swing it, but just couldn't do it. So that's 1 away. And there's Bird, who homered her last time up. She's accounted for all the Neon runs so far. She takes a ball up high. Fouls this one back. Strike 2 low. That looked pretty low. There's ball 2 on the outside. And she hits this one deep to right. She got another home run. Yep, 2 home runs for Bird this game. Yes, the Neon inch closer. 379 feet. That's home run number 10. RBI number 28. She's all of the offense so far for the Neon this game. As Avenue steps in 0 for 1. And Singleton's day is done. They're already yanking him. Tamayo. Either one, something like that. It's coming in with a 3.71 ERA, so not too terrible. Struck out twice as many as Singleton has. And first pitch misses low, ball 1. This one's fouled back. Hit into right center. This is going to be an easy routine catch. And right fielder loves it. That's out number 2. Which brings up Roach, who singled his first time up. Grounds this one right back up the middle and through. And Roach has his second hit. So here's Shipwreck. She's 0 for 1. Now batting with a runner on first base with 2 outs. And she grounds one right up the middle and through. So back-to-back singles. Puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. See if Ricci can get a hit. He's 0 for 1. A base hit could score one, but Roach is pretty slow out there at second. Sticks a strike inside. Ball 1 outside. Hit into left. Just have a chance to drop and will not. It's caught just before it hits the ground. That ends the inning. But the Neon score 1 off Bird's second home run of the game. Warback can still lead 5-3 going to the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Isla Velez, 0 for 1. And first pitch is hit through the hole on the right side. Bird gets it to first, not in time. Runner just gets there in time. So leadoff single brings up Vayman. He's 0 for 1. Has driven in a run as well. And hit and run in effect. As this ball gets through the left-hand side, that's going to put runners at first and second. And the War Wagons continue to have their way with Smythe. He just has nothing doing with fooling him so far. There's Lara. He's 1 for 1. He's doubled and driven in some runs. So Smythe's days could be ended her early if he can't get out of this. First pitch misses low. And bunts it right back to the pitcher. Smythe throws to second. That's out number 1. Throw to first. Not in time. But that does keep the double play in effect. But there's now runners on the corners. 1 out. There's Squishy. 0 for 1. First pitch misses outside. Changeup fouled off. Fastball fouled away. So it's 0-2. 1-2. Changeup just misses high. Fastball hit into left center. That's going to be her first hit of the season. That's going to drive in 2 runs. Possibly. Yep, that's going to drive in 2. Just gets in there. It's now 7-3 as Tamayo steps in. For his first at bat of the game, batting 111. But Smythe just has nothing in this game, so he's getting yanked. So Alejandro Dantas is going to come in early, bottom of the 3rd. He's got a 3.22 ERA, and he's going to try to stop the bleeding here. With 1 out, runner on second. First pitch is in there for a strike. Thought about bunting it, pulled it back. Takes him for a strike anyway. Pulls back and bunt again. That's the ball. Again, thought about bunting. This one is bunted. And he throws it to third and throws it away as well. The runner wasn't even going. So another mental mistake for the Neon. That's going to put runners on first and second. One out. And here's Evans again. First pitch fouled away. Neon are just not in this game at the moment. This one's fouled away. Line to second. Caught for the out. Tossed to second, but not in time. That's 2 outs now. Russo steps in. 2 for 2. Got a single and a double. First pitch looped into the left. This is going to drop for a hit. Throw home, but it's not going to be in time. Another run crosses. It's now 8-3, and the War Wagons are starting to run away with this one. The runners are first and second still. 2 outs. Up steps Rosales. And here's the first pitch on the ground. The short, Ricci will throw the second. That's in time for out number 3. But the War Wagons have scored in every inning. They put 3 more on the board. It's now 8-3. Let's go to the top of the 4th. Neon need to start waking up. There's Hogwash. He walked his first time, so no official at bat. And he pops this one straight up. Shortstop's going to have an easy play on this one. And that was gloved for out number 1. That'll bring up Dantas for his first at bat of the game. First at bat of the season as well. Pops this one foul behind the plate. Check swing, take it high, ball 1. Popped up left side. Shortstop's going to have another play. Yep, they wave everybody off. That's out number 2. Up steps Barajas, is 0 for 2. Hits this one deep to center, but doesn't have enough on it. And this one's going to be caught for out number 3. The Neon go down in order. They still trail by 5 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You know, the hits are pretty close. 10 hits for the War Wagons and 6 for the Neon. Here comes French. He's 1 for 2. He's driven in 1 of their 8 runs. First pitch hit on the ground to second. Avenue picks it up. Throws to first. That's out number 1. Which brings up Velez, who's 1 for 2. First pitch misses high and in. Ball 1. Fastball misses the outside corner. 2-0. Swing and miss. He's late on that one and swung over it. Popped up left side. Who's going to take charge of this one? Looks like Ricci's going to glove it. That's out number 2. That'll bring up Vayman, who's 1 for 2. He's driven in 1 run. First pitch in there for a strike. Hit into right. Should be a fairly easy play for Bird. She's there. And that's out number 3. And the War Wagons are retired in order for the first time today. But they still lead by 5 as we go to the top of the 5th. Here's Chris Sloan. He's 1 for 2. He's got 1 double. We could use another one here. Swing at and miss. Hit on the ground to second. Evans will throw to first. That's out number 1. And that brings up Kalani Burr, who's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. He's driven in all 3 of the Neon runs so far. 1 more hit here would bring her average up over 400. She fouls this one off. Fouls the one off to the right side. So it's 0-2. Hit into the gap in left center. Does this guy have a chance to drop? No. Center field was able to get there in time. And Bird's retired for the first time today. So it's 2 away. And here's Avenue, who's 0 for 2. Creams this one to the left. Third baseman just got a chunk of that one to stop it from rolling to the wall. So this Avenue's going to be safe at first with a single. Which brings up Spencer Roach, who's 2 for 2. Can he possibly get a third hit? He fouls this one away. Got under this one, hits it to the right side. Right fielder is going to be there. Gloves this one for out number 3. That ends the inning. Neon get a hit, but they leave him stranded. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Still an 8-3 game. Warwagon is out in front. As Terry Lara steps in. 1 for 2. He's driven in 2 runs. First pitch, taken for a strike down low. Right down the middle, taken for strike 2. Fastball misses high. Ball 1. Fouled away. Check swing just missed. That could have gone either way. Hit on the ground. Dontas will pick it up. Throw to first. That's out number 1. Which brings up Squishy Grubbs, who's 1 for 2. Also driven in 2 runs. It's just about everybody in their lineup's gotten involved in this one. But she hits the first pitch short. Ricci will throw to first. That's out number 2. That'll bring up the pitcher Tamayo, who's 0 for 1. And Grubbs picked up an injury on that play. She pulled her hamstring. So they may not make it the rest of the game. That one misses inside. Catcher couldn't even catch it, that one. Swung at and missed. Strike 1. Fouled away. So it's 1 and 2. That misses low on check swing. Fastball in the outside corner. It's in there. Strike 3. And the Warwagons are retired in order for the 2nd straight inning. But they still hold a comfortable 5-run lead here going to the top of the 6th. 8-3 is the score. Shipwreck steps in for her 3rd at bat. She's 1 for 2. And Grubbs is indeed getting yanked. That injury forcing her out of the game. Womp Lee's going to come in to play 3rd base now. Pops the first pitch up out to 2nd base. Evans is going to be there, and it's gloved for out number 1. Which brings up Ricky Ricci, who's 0 for 2. Takes the first pitch in for a strike. Bloops this one into left. This is going to drop, and Ricci's got his first hit of the game. So a 1-out single puts a runner at first base with 1 out, and there's Hogwash, who's 0 for 1. Has been on base with a walk. There's Tamayo starting to tire out a little bit. Late on the fastball, strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. This will be a double play. Out at 2nd. Nope. Take that back. Hogwash was able to outrun that. But now there's 2 outs. And Dontas' day is going to be done. So we need a pinch hitter for him. Somebody that can actually try to keep the inning going. Arnold's going to come in. She's batting .383. First pitch is up high. Hogwash takes off. That's in there for a strike. And Hogwash is in there, stolen base. Lines this one right to 2nd base. Evans gloves it. That's out number 3. That ends the inning. Pork Matthews can come in to pitch. Let's move into the bottom of the 6th now. Still an 8-3 game. Warwagon's out in front. That'll bring up Evans, who's been kind of busy out there at 2nd base with all the balls getting hit her way. She's 1 for 3 with a double. As Pork Matthews is pitching now, he's got an 8.44 ERA. So he'd like to get this season over with. His first pitch is in there for a strike. Smokes this one foul to the right-hand side. So it's 0-2. Hit in the center. And Sloan's going to have an easy play. That's out number 1. That'll bring up Kaylee Russo, who's 3 for 3. As so far, the Neon have no answers for her. She takes the first pitch in there, strike 1. Strike 2 on the inside corner. Swung at and missed, strike 3. She's retired for the first time today. As Rosales steps in, 1 for 3. He's driven in 1 run. First pitch fouled off to the right. Fouled again to the right. Hit into center. Sloan barely has to move for this one. And he reaches up, gloves it. That's out number 3. That ends the inning. So the Warwagons, after piling on 8 runs in the first 3 innings, have not done anything in the previous 3 after that. The later 3, I should say. Top of the 7th coming up, 8-3. War Wagons still lead. So back to top of the order. Here's Barajas, who's 0 for 3. He fouls first pitch off. There's ball 1 up high. Ball 2 down low. Outside, ball 3. See if they give him something to hit. They do, and he smokes it in the hole through the right side. And Barajas got his first hit of the game. Which brings up Chris Sloan, who's 1 for 3. And Tamayo's done. They're going to replace her for another relief pitcher. Hopper Homebrew is going to come in pitch. 3.77 ERA. First pitch popped up high in the center. Everybody converges, but the second baseman is going to call everybody off. That's out number 1. Now to bring up Bird, who's been the only real offense today for the Neon. 2 for 3 with 2 homers. First pitch, should have let that go, but it swung out and fouled away. Out in front and swung over at strike 2. Grounded to first. Throw goes second in time for out number 2. Throw to first, not in time. Bird beats the throw. But now there's 2 outs. As Avenue steps in, 1 for 3. With the runner at first and 2 outs. And she takes a strike on the outside. Out in front of that one, swung over it, strike 2. Line to right side, lands foul. Grounded to short. Velez throws to first in time. That's out number 3. This Avenue's retired. Neon leave another runner on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 8-3. War Wagons lead. That'll bring up Tupple French. He's 1 for 3. So far, the Neon pretty much held him in check. He takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Hit on the ground to third. Hogwash scoops it up, throws to first. That's out number 1. Which brings up Velez for the 4th at bat. 1 for 3. Fouls first pitch off. She was looking for a slider. Got one, but didn't swing at it. Hits the next pitch over to short. Ricci will throw to first. That's out number 2. So 2 down. Here's Rainman. He's 1 for 3. Takes the fastball inside. Strike 1. Lines to first, and Barajas is right there. Gloves it for out number 3. And the War Wagons retired in order once again. So if you can just cut out the first 3 innings of the game, War Wagons haven't done anything since. But neither have the Neon, for that matter. Top of the 8th coming up. They still trail by 5. So here's Roach, who's 2 for 3. And first pitch, taken for a strike outside. Little slow tapper out to second, but it's going to be an easy play as Roach has no speed whatsoever. That's out number 1. Now to bring up Shipwreck. She's 1 for 3. Swung at and missed, strike 1. Lined on the ground to short, which is a little bit over that way. That was actually third base. But the throw went to first. That's in time for out number 2, which brings up Ricky Ricci, who's 1 for 3. As the bats considerably cooled off for both teams up to this point. First pitch is in there for a strike. She takes a ball inside. Grounded right back to the pitcher. Homebrew will throw to first, and first baseman drops the ball and misses the tag. So safe at first on an error. That'll bring up Hogwash. He's 0 for 2 as the Neon got a free out to play with. As he swings and misses. High and in, ball 1. Popped up left side. This should do it. Left fielder's there. Gloves it for out number 3. So the error doesn't come back to haunt him. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Still an 8-3 game. War Wagons are out. Easy lead on this one. As they look to seal it here. Bottom of the 8th, here's Laura. He's 1 for 3. And first pitch is creamed into right. Drops in front of Bird. Gets it to first base, but not in time. So a leadoff single to start it. Which brings up the new catcher, Womp Lee, batting .268. He's driven in 7. This is his first at bat of the game. First pitch hit on the ground, but nobody's there. Past the diving avenue. If Barajas didn't have to cover first, he might have had a play on that one. As it stands, that's another single. Now we got runners at first and second. Nobody out, which brings up the pitcher. Hornbrew's batting 111. And he busts the first pitch. Throw goes to second. Not in time. That's going to load the bases up. And things are getting from bad to worse. As the War Wagons are looking to seal the deal here. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Top of the order. And Evans hits the first pitch into right center. This is going to drop. Roll all the way to the wall. Sloan gets it in, but this is going to clear the bases. There's a 3-run double. It's now 11-3. War Wagons lead. And firm control of this one. As Russo steps in. 3 for 4. And Port Matthews is going to get yanked. Dunk Lawson will come in to pitch. Got a .78 ERA, but at this point it doesn't matter now. As the first pitch is taken low for a ball. And breaking ball misses inside. Hit foul to the left, so it's 1-2. Take that back, 2-1. Now it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Strike 3. So that'll bring up Rosales, who's 1 for 4. Batting with 1 out. Runner on second. Curveball in there. Strike 1. Misses low. Ball 1. Hit over the head of the avenue. This is going to go to the wall. And this is going to drive in another run. It's going to be another double as well. It's now 12-3. This has turned into a rout. So the War Wagons come to play here for their playoff lives. They're trying to secure their division. And they're going to get a win here at this rate. As Temple French steps in. Barring a huge comeback from the Neon, I think they got this one in hand. First pitch is in there for a strike. Swung at and missed. Strike 2. Fastball misses high. Hit on the ground. Line through. Hits on. Words. Finds its way through the left-hand side. That's a single for French. Puts runners on the corners. For Velez, who's 1 for 4. 1 out. As the War Wagons look to push another run across. She takes a strike low. Swung at and missed. Nasty breaking ball. Curve misses low. Fastball swung and missed. That's strike 3. Out number 2. Which brings up Vayman for at bat number 5. It's 1 for 4. And he swings the first pitch, fouls it to the right. Fastball in the outside corner, taken for a ball. Hit on the ground, Hogwash shall have it. Throws to first, that's out number 3. That'll end the inning. But after holding the War Wagons at bay for 4 innings, they come back and score 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Extend their lead to 12-3. So Neon have 3 outs to come up with a bunch of runs. I just don't see it happening. Here's the Dunk Lawson. He's coming out for a pinch hitter. Let's let Phillips go ahead and rest. There's no point unless we get close, which I don't see it happening. So we'll bring over Leon. Batting 238. His first pitch is way inside for a ball. Down low, ball 2. Fouled away. Hit the left. This has got his first home run of the season. Home run for Overly. Left field. So pinch hit home run. Gets to me on 1 run closer. 380 feet. As I said, this is first of the year. And RBI number 3. But the Neon need a bunch more than that. But maybe that'll get it started. Here's Barajas, who's 1 for 4. This one misses low, ball 1. And Barajas creams one into right. This is going to drop for a hit. So back-to-back hits. Sloan steps up to the plate, 1 for 4. Nobody out. Runner at first. Sloan has some power to do some damage here. He takes a strike. And he bloops one into right. This is going to drop for a hit. So 3 hits in a row now. This is going to put runners on first and second with nobody out for Bird. He's already knocked it out of the park twice. So it's not over yet. So Neon are mounting a comeback. First pitch in there for a strike. Swung at a bad one there. It was outside. Fouled away. Down low, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Creamed into right. Again, line drive. This drops for a hit. And this is going to load him up. So bases loaded. Nobody out for Avenue. He's 1 for 4. She's second on the team in home runs, so we know she has power. She can make it a 4-run game if she can get a hold of one. And she swung a bad one. Strike 1. Outside for ball 1. Out in front of that one. Nice changeup. Strike 2. Hit foul. Had some power on that one. Late swing. Fouled it off to the right. Swung at and missed. Strike 3. Avenue goes down. That'll bring up Roach, who's 2 for 4. But they're going to bring in a new pitcher. Ellie Instigate's going to come in to pitch now. 7.57 ERA. And who's this? Miles French is going to come in to play left field now. Or right field. Right field, because Vayman's in right. So here's Roach. Bang with bases loaded still. And he hits one into right center. This is going to be caught. The tag at third. That's going to drive in a run. So it's now 12-5. Now there's 2 outs. Here's Shipwreck, who's 1 for 4. Can she keep the inning going? Takes inside, ball 1. Ball 2 on the outside. Popped up, left side. This will end it. Shortstop is there. That's caught for out number 3, and this game is over. Neon lose this one. Pretty convincing fashion. 12-5 is the final. War Wagons just came fully loaded for barrel in this one. 15 hits, but the Neon have 13 of their own. They just couldn't get any clutch hits. 2 errors for the War Wagons, but I don't think they really mattered. As far as I know, they didn't cost them any runs. But for the Neon, Bird's going to get the number 1 star here easily. 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 home runs, drove in the first 3 runs for them. And for the War Wagons, so we got a couple candidates here. Pick somebody. Just about everybody got involved in this one. I guess the leadoff hitter. Evans went 2 for 5. Scored twice, drove in 3. They didn't hit any home runs though. That just tells you what happened. Smythe will pick up the loss. Only went 2 1/3. He had nothing in his arm today. 9 hits, 8 runs, struck out 4. Picked up his 2nd loss in a row. I believe it's his 2nd in a row. 2nd of the year anyway. He's 4-2 now. His ERA balloons up to 5.34. And Tamayo will pick up the win. Went 3 2 innings, gave up 5 hits. That is their 4th win of the year, so they're 4-4 now. Has 5 saves as well. That's interesting. Surely that's not the closer. Anyway, top 3 players. They actually give Bird the number 1 star. 3 for 5, 2 homers, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. As she was kind of for most of the runs for the Neon. And Evans gets the number 2 star. 2 for 5 with 2 doubles, 3 runs. Well, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Then Laura gets the number 3 star. 2 for 4, a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. as the War Wagons run away with this one. As I said, they're fighting for their playoff lives, so they're trying to take over their division and stay relevant in the wild card chase. So that win's going to help them out. Neon has some more slack in their division race. Right now, with that loss, they're 3.5 over the Spider Bears. And do the Spider Bears play here? They do not play. So Neon just going to lose half a game right now. But we got 12 games to play, so let's get to it. Tundras and Philosophers. Philosophers give the lead early, and they lose this one 6-4. Outlaws and Champs, close one, 11 innings, but the Champs pull it out. Machos and Razzles, another close game, another extra inning affair. 15 innings, but the Razzles win this one. Advocates and Bards shut them out 4-0. Bolters and Spots are at home in their stadium they can't win at, and they lose again 6-2. Bandits and Energetics having no problem here. Take that back. Bandits come storming back. Back and forth. 12-8 your final there. Energetics win. Bottlenoses and Champs shut them out 2-0. Favorites and Lucky Breaks. War Wagons need Lucky Breaks to lose, but the Lucky Breaks win this one easily 11-2. Sewer Sneaks shut out the Underworld 4-0. Riddles and Favorites, another close game until the Favorites start running away with it. They win 8-3. Serpents and Grays lose in extra innings 4-2. Gobblers and Water Bullets. Gobblers win that one 4-3. So here's the division races as we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Water Bullets lead their division, 24-19 record. They've got a half a game lead over the Energetics and the Outlaws. Bottlenoses are 4.5 out. Champs are 6 back. So everybody in that division is technically still in it, I think. Yeah, everybody's still in that race. Yeah, everybody's still in it. Namby-Pamby division. Guardians currently lead that division by 2.5 games with 24-17 record. Craniums and Bolters both 2.5 out. Favorites are 3 back. Spots are 8.5. And I believe their season is over now. Dynamic division. Philosophers still hold on to first place, 25-17. Tundras have climbed up into second place, 2 games out, 23-19 record. Razzles are 4 games back. Riddles are 4 games back as well. And the Machos are 11 games back. Their season is officially over. Bleacher Bum Conference. The Grays still on top of their division by 3. But it did have a bigger lead than that, so it's starting to narrow down. Bards are right there, 3 games back. Serpents, 6 games out. Bandits and Gobblers are 7 back. And the Advocates are 8 back. Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Advocates are out of it, I believe now. Gobblers and Bandits are right on the borderline. Yeah, 7 games back. The Bandits only have 7 games left. So they need to win all theirs and hope the Grays lose all theirs to even have a chance at the division title. So, for the most part, Bandits and Goblet seasons are over now as well. Ambitious division, Lucky Breaks. They picked up a win to hold off the War Wagons. So they have a 2-game lead over the War Wagons. Fantastics are 5 back. So with the Super Sneaks, Freedom are 6 back. But everybody's still in the race there. But it's starting to run out of time there as well. And the Neon, with that loss, still holding the first place, 27-13 record. Spider Bears 3.5 out. Ancients 4.5. Underworld are 8 back. Their season is officially over now. Not technically. Still in it. They have 8 games to play, and they're 8 games back. So if the Neon can lose the next 8, they can get back in it. But I wouldn't count on that. Elephants are 10 games back, and their season's over. So let's look at the wild card race. Currently, the Energetics lead in the Bush League Conference. They got a 23-19 record, tied with the Outlaws and the Tundras. So it's a 3-team race right there for the wild card. With the Craniums and Bolters 1 game back. Favorites are 1.5 games out. Razzles and Riddles are both 2 games back. And the Bottlenose is 4 out. Champs 5.5 out. Spots 7 back, and the Machos are 9. But the Machos are out of it. Spots are out of it now, I believe, as well. Yeah, they've played 42 games. Yeah, they're out of it. Bleacher Bum Conference. Spider Bears currently still hold the wild card with the 24-17 record. They got a 1-game lead over the Ancients. War Wagons and Bards are both 2.5 out. Underworld 4.5. Fantastics and Serpents both 5.5. So the Sewer Sneaks are 5.5. Bandits 6.5. As are the Elephants and the Gobblers. And the Freedom. The Advocates are 7.5. So still a lot of races going on for the wild card for the most part. Divisions are getting more and more secure. Jubilee Division over the Bush League is the toughest race right now. 3 teams all right there at the top. Alright, so let's get to summary. Got some changes here. Let's see. This is for the Serpents. Red Gold, or Gould, was signed, and Uriah Pinata was dropped. So they swapped out a right fielder for a third baseman. That makes no sense. Especially an A-ranked right fielder for a C- third baseman. That makes no sense whatsoever at all. Other than salary demand, that's $12 million salary they freed up. So they're looking to make some changes here in the offseason apparently. And the Bandits, they signed Harcourt Hayden, dropped Light Tran. So this is a first baseman change out here. Dropped a C+, picked up a C+, and the one they picked up, it looks to be a little bit better in the offensive categories. Not so good fielding. And some salary demands are dropping. Still way out of our price range. Bandits made another change. Corbin Lowry was picked up and LC Pineda was dropped. So they dropped the center fielder, picked up a third baseman. Is that the same person? No, it's Pinata. Got Pinata was dropped, so was Pineda. Okay. And a lot of salary dropped there as well. Another $8 million salary. But look at the speed on that center fielder. 99. So stolen bases all for days there. Hunky Morris was dropped. We know that name. And Nimbus Pollard was picked up, so the Machos made a change. And Hunky is a pretty good player. $11.5 million salary. We'd love to have him on our team as well. He's only 29. He would definitely be a new starting shortstop if we can get him, but he's out of our price range at the moment. So maybe in the offseason we need to mark him, keep track of him. And the Serpents made another change. Gannett Fields was picked up, and Luca Instigate was dropped. We know that name as well. If it's the same Instigate, I'm thinking it is. I think he had a good game against us this season. So they just swapped out third basemen on this one. B+ for a C+, and freed up $7 million salary. Alright, so sign and release. Where's Hunky? Let's go ahead and knock. Well, we got a couple people we can mark, but Hunky I think is the one we're going to mark as well. Because that'll be a replacement for Ricci in center. Not center, but short. So we'll go ahead and watch him as well. Maybe we can get one of these players that we've marked, but who knows what's going to happen. Because we should have a bunch of salary, hopefully, by the end of the season. At the end of the season. But that'll do it for this one. Game 40's in the books. And now we're getting to the nitty-gritty of the schedule. If you look at it, we got back-to-back games against the Lucky Breaks. We were number 1 in their division. Then we got the Spider Bears. That's going to be the big series right there. Actually, all 4 of these. But the Spider Bears are 3.5 back behind the Neon. So if they win both of these, that's going to get them within a game and a half. And the Ancients are right there as well. Then we take on the Tundras, which are in second place in their division. Then the Underworld are near the bottom. So the Underworld could play a big spoiler here, depending on what happens in these other ones. But this could be we've got a bunch of tough games coming up. First place, 2 against the first place team, 2 against the second place, 2 against the third place, and 1 against the second place. So this is going to be a nice swing here. It's going to be some tough games. And they're all at home, so it's the final homestand of the year. So we'll see what happens. But first, I got to take on the Lucky Breaks who are 23-17. Damon Rasmussen is going to be pitching 2-3 record with a 5.26 ERA. Going against Love Drummond, who's 5-2 with a 1.71 ERA. So she's been on a roll as of late. See if she can keep it going. And they're going to need it as we get into the final week or so of the season. So it's going to be interesting. Got some hard fights coming up. See if the Neon can hold on. See you back here for the next one.